Hey, what's up my peeps, and welcome back to Ireland Tries the Internet. This week I thought we could look at a long-standing YouTube trend, a genre on its own, I guess you could say, which is YouTube prank videos. It is something that has been across the platform since it began, I think. So I'm interested to see the progression of where it's come so far. 'Cause it started off as like little itty-bitty meaningless things, and then now it's kind of skyrocketed into emotional abuse, kind of. So, yeah, I suppose this is a bit of a reaction video slash chit-chat session about the best pranks of the year 2020 from Fail Army. It's got currently 1.2 million views, so that seems pretty indicative to me of a standard prank compilation. This way I could look at them all at once and kind of compare and talk about what 2020 has done with pranking. Because I don't know how you would prank people in the era of 2020, so we'll find out. So yeah, if you like this kind of video and you want to see me cover more pranks, maybe a whole channel dedicated to pranks, I have several channels that I've seen across the trending feed that seem concerning to me, so I'm willing to talk about those. So just leave this video a like so that I know that that's a subject that I can cover. And go ahead and click subscribe down below, so that way you can look at all my videos and become a part of my peeps. I don't have a name. But yeah, my goal is to have 100 subscribers, because once I do, I feel like I'm an official YouTuber rather than somebody talking to their phone for a while. Alright, let's dive in to this video.
Ali's been doing this puzzle for about 3 weeks, and this is the final moment. She gets to put the final piece in. But, or does she?
Okay, so I know the first part of a YouTube video is supposed to be your hook, it's supposed to grab you, but this isn't. That's not a prank, that's just being a jerk. Like, pranks used to be a thing where it's like you got pranked and then you could both laugh about it at the end. But I'd be so upset if somebody took something I'd worked on for 3 weeks and just threw it on the floor like it was a piece of garbage. A prank is like you doing that and then being like, oh, JK, the puzzle that you made is right under the table. I did an extra puzzle as a joke. Like, that would be a prank to me, because then you could both laugh about it and be like, oh, I was so surprised. Of course you would never do that terrible thing. How is it a prank? Like, what's the punchline? What's the part that I'm supposed to laugh at here and be like, oh, all of your work just thrown in the garbage. How hilarious. I feel like pranks have just digressed into just make someone look stupid. Just hurt someone's feelings. Laugh about it. Guess that's American culture for you though, so you know. Oh god, that one makes me want to throw up. That's just gross. It's just gross. Oh no. That's salmonella. That's dangerous. Also, it was obvious. Oof, that one. Why? Like, I've seen the little challenge slash prank of like going like this with the cup on the egg, and then the last person hits the egg, and that's like the joke. Like, that's an actual prank, because it's like you plan that and it doesn't harm anybody. I guess my definition of a prank that doesn't match the definition of the world prank is that no one's harmed in the end, whether it be emotionally or physically. as long as there's no actual harm in the end, I feel like then it's a joke, and there also has to be a reason. But the whole reason was just that this person caught an egg in their mouth, and that's just mean and gross. There's no difference between doing that and just throwing an egg at somebody's face, except one would be seen as violent and one seen as a joke for some reason. Like, why is it like that? Can somebody explain to me why jokes have progressed into just mean-spirited attacks?
Let's see. I mentioned last time that I am recording this. I've managed to figure out how to get one of my classes up. For some reason, I didn't start with this class first. So my daughter, who's also a college student, person talking. Okay? So most of the time, you can ask questions about it on Friday or by email. Questions?
It's actually kind of funny, I'll admit. Just walking by a Zoom meeting with just little... That's a prank. That's a prank. I mean, as long as the professor/teacher is okay with that, there's nothing wrong with that. That's silly and funny, and that's what a prank should be in the era of 2020. That's what I've expected, and yet we're 4 minutes in, and that's the first one. That's like an actual prank.
Hey, bro.
Another... I don't understand the nature of eggs always being in prank videos. Like, why is it always an egg? Like, I don't get it. Just, like, everything. It's so messy. And then also at the same time, there's no way that was... I don't understand how that's real. I don't understand how you literally can do this. Like, let's try, like, this fidget spinner. It's not gonna... I'm not gonna slap... Who slaps their face to... I don't understand. There's no way that's real.
Happy Halloween.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Hey, bro. Happy Halloween on the other side.
Bro, you're mine.
Here you go.
Thanks.
You're welcome, dude.
That one's funny. That's what pranks should be. Just gentle. You get a candy in the end, and it's also hilariously funny because of the context. It's like, okay, that's so random. That's like the kind of like random humor where it's just like something out of the ordinary happens, which makes it funny. So that's understandable, and I'd honestly probably be laughing the whole day if that ever happened to me. So, I mean, good on that person for having the stability in their character to be able to seriously talk to those people and be like, Happy Halloween, with a calm face.
Jeremy! Oh my... You're done for, Jeremy. You're done. Oh my god. He didn't catch the ball. Don't get mad at me. What the f***? He didn't catch it. I'm sorry. Why are you throwing the ball in the house? He didn't catch it. What happened? He didn't catch it. You threw a ball in the house? That's my child!
Well, it's the Xbox, the video!
Boy, you...
So much anger. Is the point of pranks just to get people angry? Because that seems like a lot of the outcomes here. I can understand the joke part of it. It's like, oh, haha, nothing's really broken. But then you've just got, like, screamed at. I think that means it's a failure, in my opinion. Like, it's supposed to be like a mild reaction, not a explosion reaction. So, why would you post this? Like, if that's your family, why would you post them, like, screaming at you? It's not funny to watch somebody get, like, really genuinely yelled at. I don't know. Just me? Is it typically funny to have a person screamed at for a prank? That's so dangerous. I don't understand why you would do that. That, like, you're lucky that person was, like, so precautious about it, because, I mean, if they weren't, you could easily get hurt in multiple ways. I mean, the reason that you have that on is it's an extremely dark covering of your eyes, so that you only see the light that you're putting off from your welder, because the flame is so hot that it could, like, blind you, is what I know about welding. And to do that makes it seem like you're not welding at the moment, because you don't see the flame or the sparks going off of it. And so that person probably thought that it wasn't working. But he would open it up and see that it was working, which would be extremely confusing and concerning. So then he does that and has to, like, cover it. But, like, that's extremely dangerous for your eyes too, and could damage it easily as well if you're, like, not careful enough and you let it through enough to that it will burn your retinas. So why would you do that? That's not a job that you should be messing around with.
Insane!
Another one that's just, the punchline is that the person gets mad because you ruined something. As a fellow gamer, I've had times where, like, my system, I've racked up a lot of time on it, obviously, as a person who plays video games does. You'll rack up a lot of time, and oftentimes with certain video games, it won't save your progress automatically. I mean, as of now, there's a lot more recent ones where they tend to save the progress progressively. But all of that work that you'd been doing just thrown out the window. Like, I remember when I recently finished Breath of the Wild, and for the first boss fight, it took me like a solid, like, hour or two to figure out how I could beat the person. And if somebody had unplugged my game right after I had finished it, that would be devastating. Like, I don't think I would be, like, screaming at the person, because it's just not who I am. But I would be extremely sad. Like, who's to say that person did not just dedicate hours of their life into doing that and making sure that it was done, and then just unplug it? Like, that's just mean. That fits in the spirit of the first video of just throwing the puzzle on the floor. It's like you just got pranked, except it's not a prank because it's actually damaging somebody else's things in that case. But yeah, I guess that is our prank journey. If we look at the view counts, it's, again, 1.2 million, 17,000 like this. Not a huge amount of dislikes, less than 1,000 dislikes. So, as an overall analysis of what I've just watched, it seems that 2020's pranks just seem to be mean-spirited indoor activities gone wrong. Which I guess fits with the theme of the year, but still, you could spice it up a little bit. I don't know, a tremendous amount of eggs and just ruining people's things. 'Cause it's funny. The only one that I saw in here that I think I found actually funny, I think there's technically two that I found actually funny, and the one was the guy coming back on the Zoom call, because, I mean, that's just classic. A lot of people have been doing that just because it's a way to lighten the mood during a depressing time. And then the bathroom one with the candy, which I don't actually know if that one was in 2020, because, I mean, it must have been early on in the year, because I can't see people taking candy off of people in the bathroom nowadays. But, I mean, who knows? Those two, I think, were, like, genuine pranks that I could laugh at, and if I took part in them, I would be laughing as well, which is, I think, the most important part of a prank, is that the people involved in the prank should both be laughing, or however many people are involved should all be laughing. Otherwise, it's just mean. If you're getting a response of somebody yelling at you, and your little comeback is, it's a prank, then it's not a prank. It's just you doing something mean and video recording it. Hate to break it to you, you're just being a jerk. That's not a prank. A prank is mutually hilarious, or at least funny. So, yeah, I guess that's our prank journey. Wasn't overly eventful, just kind of strange. So if you'd like to see me go into some more hardcore pranks, I'm more than up to that. I think that would spark maybe a bigger conversation about humanity in general. But yeah, just a little light, short video for you guys this week, and I hope you liked it, and I hope you have a relaxing or happy week. Bye!